Before I show you the evidence, I want to give you 30 seconds of context, because context is everything when it comes to leaks and predictions. Anyone can point at a blurry retail photo and say, "New product incoming." That is not what we do here. Roughly 2 months ago, I made a series of very specific predictions about the DJI Avata 2, battery life figures, the exact obstacle avoidance implementation, the RC2 controller interface, even the color options. When that camera launched, virtually every single prediction landed correctly. Not approximately, not close, correctly. I made those calls because I live in China, because I have relationships with people in the supply chain, and because over time I have learned how to read the signals that the market gives off before a launch. Signals that most people outside of this ecosystem never even see. Everything I'm about to show you today is built on that same methodology. This is not hope. This is not hype. This is pattern recognition applied to a very specific set of data points that all arrived within days of each other. When that happens, you pay attention. So let's pay attention together. The dealer pre-orders here is where it starts. This morning I received a message through an official channel from an authorized DJI dealership here in China, telling me that they have opened blind pre-orders on an unannounced major new DJI product. The deposit is 99 yuan. That is roughly $14 US. You pay it now, it gets deducted from the final price when your unit ships, and if you change your mind for any reason, full refund. No questions. Now, I want you to think carefully about what that actually means, not from a wow, exciting perspective, but from a pure business logic perspective. Authorized dealerships do not operate on imagination. They have inventory commitments, stock timelines, and warehouse agreements with DJI that are based on real production data. A blind pre-order queue is not opened months in advance on a whim. It is opened when a dealership has received confirmed stock arrival windows and needs to start organizing its customer pipeline ahead of that delivery. The message specifically referenced April as the launch month. Not later this year, not Q2 sometime, April. This month, dealerships that open pre-order queues for products they expect in April open those queues in late March or early April, which is exactly when this message arrived. If you understand retail mechanics at all, this one data point alone is already telling you something significant. But we are just getting started. The accessory emails. If the dealership pre-order message was the opening act, the accessory emails are the part that made me sit up straight in my chair. Over the past week, I have started receiving outreach emails from accessory manufacturers, companies that make protective cases, lens filter kits, mounting rigs, and other third-party add-ons for camera products. These emails are asking me, as a content creator, to arrange coverage of their upcoming Pocket 4 accessory lines. I cannot share the names of these companies for obvious reasons, but I do not need to, because the logic speaks louder than any name could. Here is what you need to understand about the accessory manufacturing world. These companies do not wait for a product to launch before they start making their accessories. They cannot afford to. Manufacturing has lead times, tooling, injection molding, material procurement, quality testing. All of that takes weeks. If an accessory company is ready to ship cases and filters on day one of a product launch, they had to start production weeks before the announcement. The fact that these companies are already reaching out to creators to arrange coverage means their products are not only in production, they are finished. They are done. They are sitting in a warehouse somewhere, boxed and ready to ship, waiting for DJI to push the button on the announcement. And here is the critical part. Those companies would never commit to a full production run and start their marketing outreach if they did not know the launch timeline with absolute confidence. They have been told. They know. And now, so do you. Retail boxes on shelves. Okay, so we have a dealership opening pre-orders with a specific month attached. We have accessory manufacturers who have finished their products and are actively marketing them. If either of those things existed alone, you could argue it away. Coincidence, miscommunication, premature excitement. But here is where the third pillar comes in, and this one is impossible to argue away. Retail units of the DJI Pocket 4 have been physically spotted on store shelves. Not prototypes, not engineering samples in someone's private hands. Fully packaged, retail-ready product boxes, including what appears to be the Creator Combo configuration, the higher-tier bundle that DJI typically reserves for their flagship camera launches. A retailer called Drone Tech has publicly pointed to April 20th as a specific launch date. Let me say that again clearly. A named retailer has put out a specific date. Retailers do not do that on a whim or based on online rumors. They do that because they have internal stock arrival confirmations. They have been told when their inventory will land, which means they know when the product goes goes live, which means DJI has communicated those timelines to the retail channel. When a named retailer goes public with a date, the question is no longer, is this real? The question becomes, am I ready? All three pillars. Dealer pre-orders with a month attached. Accessory manufacturers in full marketing mode. Retail boxes already on shelves with a specific date from a named retailer. These did not arrive over the course of 6 months. They arrived within days of each other. That convergence is not accidental. That is a launch happening in real time. Specs breakdown. Now that we have established this is real and it is happening soon, let me walk you through what we actually know, or very strongly believe, about the DJI Pocket 4 itself. And I want to do this differently than most spec breakdowns, because numbers without context are meaningless. So let me give you the context. The sensor, 50 megapixels. The Pocket 3 shipped with a 1-inch sensor and a pixel count of around 9.4 megapixels. That was plenty for 4K video, and the image quality was genuinely impressive for a camera of that size. But 9.4 megapixels is a ceiling. There is nowhere above 4K for that sensor to go without cropping so aggressively that the field of view suffers. With 50 megapixels on the same 1-inch form factor, DJI has blown that ceiling wide open. 50 megapixels is not just a number. It is the architectural reason that everything else in this camera's upgrade is possible. 6K at 60 frames per second. This is the headline that 50 megapixels makes possible. Leaks are pointing to 6K resolution at 60 frames per second. And that combination on a pocketable gimbal camera is something that has never existed before at this price point. Think about what that actually means for the footage you can pull from this camera. 6K at 60 frames per second gives you the resolution to reframe in post without losing quality, the frame rate to create smooth slow motion, and the overall file richness that makes color grading feel effortless on a device that fits in your jacket pocket. That is not a small thing. The gimbal, 4-axis hybrid stabilization. The Pocket 3 had a 3-axis mechanical gimbal that was, by any reasonable standard, excellent. But it had one weakness that anyone who shot walking footage knew intimately: the vertical Z-axis bounce. When you walked normally while filming, that up-down motion created a subtle but noticeable bob in the footage that required stabilization in post to fully fix. Leaks suggest the Pocket 4 addresses this directly with a 4-axis hybrid system that incorporates some form of internal suspension for the Z-axis. If this holds up in real-world testing, the Pocket 4 will produce the smoothest handheld walking footage of any camera in its category. Period. Active Track 7.0. Moving from version 6.0 to 7.0 is not a cosmetic update. Active Track 7.0 is expected to bring smarter subject prediction, significantly better handling of partial obstructions when your subject walks behind a lamppost or another person, and improved tracking at longer distances where version 6.0 would occasionally lose the subject entirely. For vloggers and solo creators, reliable subject tracking is not a nice-to-have feature. It is the difference between footage that is usable and footage that goes in the trash. If 7.0 delivers on what the leaks suggest, this becomes a genuinely powerful tool for solo content creation. DJI Mic 2 Native Integration. This one quietly might be the most practically useful upgrade of the entire camera. The Pocket 3 required an external receiver dongle to use wireless microphones, which added bulk, introduced a potential failure point, and was just generally inconvenient. The Pocket 4 is expected to feature native integration with the DJI Mic 2, cutting out the receiver entirely. For any creator who relies on wireless audio, which is most serious vloggers, this alone simplifies the entire shooting rig meaningfully. New ergonomics, physical zoom button, custom C button, LED light accessory. The ergonomic updates are smaller in headline terms, but significant in day-to-day use. A physical zoom button positioned where your thumb naturally rests while gripping the camera. A dedicated custom C button that lets you toggle between your favorite preset settings with a single tap. No menu diving in the middle of a shot. And an LED light accessory that DJI appears to be building specifically for Pocket 4, aimed at vloggers shooting in real-world conditions where ambient light is unpredictable. Longer handle for a more secure grip. These are the kinds of details that only matter once you have used a camera hundreds of times. And DJI has clearly been listening to the feedback from Pocket 3 users. The final verdict in your move. Let me bring everything together, because I want to leave you with something clear and actionable rather than a cloud of speculation. The DJI Pocket 4 is launching this month. I am as confident about that as I have ever been about anything I have covered on this channel. 3 independent evidence streams, authorized dealer pre-orders with April explicitly attached, accessory manufacturers in full marketing mode with finished products, and retail boxes physically on shelves with a named retailer pointing to April 20th as the date, all converging converged within days of each other. That is not a coincidence. That is a launch. The camera itself, based on leaked specifications, represents the most meaningful generational leap the Pocket line has seen. 6K at 60 frames per second, a 4-axis stabilization system that should finally eliminate the walking bounce that Pocket 3 users learned to live with. Native DJI mic 2 integration that removes the receiver dongle from your shooting workflow. Active Track 7.0 for smarter solo shooting. Physical ergonomic upgrades that make the camera feel like it was designed by someone who actually uses a Pocket camera every day. Because it was. I am in China. When this launches, and it is launching soon, I will have it before most of the world can even place an order. The first real hands-on, the actual stabilization test in real walking conditions on real streets, the honest 6K footage quality check under different lighting scenarios. Not a press preview, not a controlled demo environment, real shooting. That content is coming to this channel the moment I have the camera in my hands. So, here is my question for you before you go. Where do you stand on the Pocket 4? Are you upgrading from a Pocket 3 and already know you are in? Are you a first-time buyer who has been waiting for the right entry point into the Pocket ecosystem? Or are you in the camp that wants to wait and see whether the Pro version is worth holding out for? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one, and your responses genuinely shape what I prioritize covering when the camera lands. If you are not subscribed yet, now is genuinely the right time. Not because I am asking you to, but because the coverage I am planning the moment this thing launches is the most thorough camera breakdown I have ever put together, and you do not want to miss the first 24 hours of it. The Pocket 4 is almost here. See you on launch day.